Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
If you're new, welcome to our channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we're obviously doing Libra Men. Before we get into the video, guys, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Libra Men, drop your dates, and yeah, just gonna get into it. Okay, so if buying your way to the heart was a person, it'd be a Libra, and a Libra man specifically.
Yes, specifically.
Libra men feel like gifts, no matter what it is a way of showing love. Like that's their love language. Libra men like to spoil their girl or their guy. They like to buy them things to make them look nice, or just to show them how much they appreciate them. And best believe, the bigger the price tag is how much he loves you. Trust me. And I'm talking about a Libra man's price range, so it doesn't matter if he's poor or rich or whatever you want to call it. Whatever, if he decides to spend a lot of money on you, trust me, he really thinks a lot of you. And while that might not be the most like comforting way for somebody to say they love you, but it's really their love language. Like that's them personally, how they're telling you that they appreciate you and that they love you. So like obviously if that's not yours, you might need a little bit more, or you might need other things. But coming from them buying you things and buying you expensive things is them telling you that they care about you.
Also though, ladies, you want to take into account, and guys, you want to take into account though that Libra men will use this as a way of apologizing. Sure. Like gifts is a way of apologizing. They'll do something messed up and their way of apologizing is buying you gifts. So you want to express early on in a relationship how you want your apologies, because that will become a habit of things. And when you try to like switch it up and say like, I need more, he's going to throw in your face like, well, you accepted this, you accepted that in the past. So I think you should be pretty upfront. And it's very easy to be upfront with Libras, because Libra men, like, it's a scale. Libras are on a scale. He seeks true balance. Like he hates when the scale tips either way. So if the scale tips a different direction, he's gonna try his best to make things equal again. He's gonna weigh each situation very carefully, and he looks at the situation honestly in all fairness, because he wants to be fair to everybody involved in the situation. That guy will definitely listen to you and take your feelings into consideration. So and he's an air sign as well, so communication is obviously a big part of that relationship. So don't be afraid to express to your Libra partner the way you're feeling.
Also, Libra men are super romantic. Like, honestly, I feel like as hard as a reputation that they get, cardinal signs really are the most romantic of, like, I feel, the modalities that we have. I feel like cardinal signs, like, because Aries, super over the top. Cancer, super emotional, lovey-dovey. Capricorns is there, you just gotta find it, you just gotta earn it. And Libras, like we're talking about, super romantic. Like, you got Libras though are ruled by Venus, so you have to remember that Venus, the planet of love, planet of just what the heart wants, they're ruled by that, So they're definitely romantic creatures just by nature. They like to romanticize their women and men, and they're romantic themselves. They like to be romanticized back. You often see a lot of Libras doing very nice and like charming and just very thoughtful. Like, very thoughtful, like layouts for you. Like I think we said before, Aries men are the type to lay out the rose petals and things on the bed. Libra men are the type to put out the rose petals, the candles, the nice card with words from the heart, all of that. Like they are very, very, very romantic creatures. So if you want a man that is like just gonna be all into like making sure that you feel loved for that evening or that night or that day, definitely a Libra man.
Back to what I was saying earlier, like they seek balance in a relationship. So Libra men are the type to gloss over or completely ignore a problem just so they don't create a problem or something that's bothering them. So you should definitely pay close attention to your partner, because they're feeling something and everything else is going well. They're the type to not talk about it because they don't want to cause drama. They like calmness. They seek calmness and balance. So they're striving towards that constantly. So it's very important that you, as that person's partner, check in on your partner, make sure they're doing, allow them to express themselves equally, and also, show them back that you weighted their feelings with fairness, as well as how you're feeling about something, because later on in the relationship, the Libra will grow resentment towards you. Like, they'll want to, like, like when somebody go resentment, like they're feeling like, you should have known, I shouldn't have to say this, I don't know how you couldn't have noticed that. So I think you should pretty much pay attention to your partner. And I know if you're probably dating a Libra, probably notice that he doesn't really, have any sort of drama, or he doesn't really, he's not the type of person that's like rah-rah. Like, he's not gonna go, he's not gonna be rah-rah and anger and scream and yell. I mean, some can, depend on placements in their chart, but most Libra men will try to avoid that at all costs.
And I feel like Geminis get a really like bad time for being indecisive, but like Libras are just as indecisive. Like,
yeah, they are.
Your Libra man will be very indecisive, but like not in the same ways as like Geminis, because I feel like Libra men genuinely want to make the best decision. Like, they don't like throwing things in their life or other people's life out of harmony.
Yeah.
Like, they love to keep things harmonious. So when they're trying to make a decision, they want to make sure that the best outcome, not just for themselves,
for you.
but for you or for everyone around them. So best believe, like, if they're trying, like, if you feel like your Libra man is taking things slow, or he's easing into the relationship, or like you feel like maybe like you don't know where you guys stand, it's only because he wants to make sure that this relationship is for both of you.
Yeah.
If he's going to be in a relationship, he wants you to be happy in the relationship with him too, not just like the other way around. Like, they're not selfish in the sense where they're going to be the only ones happy. They literally want everyone, like they literally want everyone, obviously their partner, to be happy. So, I mean, I feel like obviously if it's not something that you can do, like, you can't take all of that, like, you want somebody's like, decide now because I'm not waiting. Yeah, obviously a Libra man might not be for you, but in all honesty, like, he's looking for like how to make this whole relationship, he's trying to make it 50-50. He's trying to make sure everybody in the relationship stays happy, and that honestly takes time.
Yeah.
So I feel like Libra men shouldn't really get a bad, like, it really shouldn't be a strike against them for trying to make sure everybody's comfortable. If anything, just kind of work with him, because he's definitely going to try to work with you.
In my own personal opinion, I feel like Libras, out of all the zodiac signs, are the least selfish sign, because they literally look for your comfort as well as theirs. They're not out to just make sure they're good in the relationship or in life general. I think they make great friends because of how less likely to be selfish they are. Libra men are relationship type of guys, so they're seeking a relationship. They don't want like a casual fling. They want to be whole with someone. They're ruled by Venus. That's the planet of love, relationships, all that go hand in hand. He's definitely the guy that, like, all his friends are like, out playing the field, and they're not really settling into relationships. He's going to be the guy in the group to have the girlfriend. He's not going to be embarrassed by it. He's actually going to encourage his friends to go and get in relationships, because they're going to see how happy he is in his relationship. He's also going to tell them that it's better to be in relationships. Like, Libra men really don't mind being the odd man out when it comes to matters of the heart. Libras are always looking for the one. So they are prone from going to relationship, but honestly, not really though. Like, Libras really don't be in a bunch of different relationships. Like, they'll get in a relationship with somebody and they'll be in that relationship for a long period of time. Then they'll move on to the next one because they're seeking for that perfect balance.
Libra men do have a tendency to cheat.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we say all the time Geminis are super flirty and whatnot, but honestly, they do not take the cake for the flirtiest air sign. It really is Libra. It's like, Geminis genuinely do harmless flirting. Like, if I'm being honest, it's genuinely be harmless flirting. Half the time, they don't even think they're flirting. Libra men are the type to actually flirt, okay? They have a charming nature as is. Like we keep saying, they're ruled by Venus. They literally feel like it's nothing wrong with charming another woman. Like, especially if they have no feelings for her, they're not planning to do anything with her. It's like they want to sweep other people off their feet. It's like, it's just in their nature. Like, they just kind of talk that way, but they also know exactly what they're doing. They kind of use their charm and their wits to move around and maneuver and get what they want. So they're definitely the type of men, like, if they need to seal a business deal,
they still
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but your Libra man just might,
he know what he's
cheat,
doing.
okay? I don't listen. They are the type of men that will be upfront and honest, though, that they cheated. They like to have honest, open conversations. They will tell you that. They're the type of men to tell you that they wanted to cheat, but they didn't. Like, those are the type of men that are just like, listen, I did this. It was only for this. You could choose to forgive me. If you don't, I understand. Like, these men know exactly what they're doing. Why they choose to cheat, Libra men have to tell you that themselves. I have no clue, but they just can't help themselves. And trust me, like she said before, Libra men are always, they love being in relationships, and they honestly stick to one relationship for a very long time. But they definitely have their outside activity throughout that, throughout the longevity of that relationship with that woman or that man that they genuinely love.
And to piggyback off what she said, they are the type, though, that publicly no one would know that your Libra man is being unfaithful or cheating or something. You will seem like the bad guy, because Libra men are really good at holding back their emotions. So they'll push your buttons and let you act a fool, and they'll sit there calm, cool, and collected. And because they have that charming nature, no one is going to believe that this person is the bad guy. They're going to be like, no, it's always pretty much going to be you. You're going to seem like you're doing too much. You're going to seem like the toxic one, when in reality, the toxic person is your partner. He's just very good at how he appears to people. I think Libra have two sides of them. They have the side that only their partner will truly know. That is that true nature of the Libra. That is the ugly side of the Libra, the side that they don't show everyone else, the side that only people truly close to them will see. So people will tell you, no, like, y'all think y'all know him, but y'all don't really know him. When they say that, trust me, you don't really know that Libra, because who they are behind closed doors is completely different, which is why I find it funny that Geminis get the two-face a lot, when I think that kind of belongs to Libras. I feel like Geminis, to me personally, it's kind of upfront that Geminis have two different natures, and they don't try to hide it. It's not like they try to pretend to be someone else in public. Whatever they feeling in that moment, you're going to see. So you're going to be a calm person if it's calm. If it's rowdy, they'll be rowdy. Libra's a person that always got the perfect smile. They always got the perfect smile. So you're going to seem like the crazy one to everyone else.
And I just feel like that's because, like, Libras just like to have the perfect image. They can't stand for people thinking badly about them. And not in the sense that they care what people think. They just care about the persona and the image that, they just care about the perception that they put out to people. It's very important to them. You will honestly see when you meet your Libra man how important that is to them. They don't do the arguing in public. They don't do the outbursts. They don't
give it to you.
None of that. They're the type of people that if you want to talk to me, we can have a conversation in private. They don't like people to see them as anything but what they put out.
And also, if that image is out there, they're going to do everything in their power to kind of pull it back in by distracting you with something nice they did, some charity work. Libras are good at it. Libras are good at it. Y'all gifted. I truly got to give it to y'all. Y'all snatch it back in so perfectly. The outside world they don't even remember what you did. They're over it in the next day or so. Libras are very frivolous with money, like she said earlier. They like to give, they like to gift, and they like to buy stuff for themselves as well. So you may notice your Libra man out buying that designer that he wants and stuff. I'm not saying Libras will go broke, because they're not stupid, but he is a man with money. If he will stretch his money in his price range, he will stretch his money. He's going to be in the latest fashion, the latest whatever you can think of. So every now and then, nudge your partner to have better spending habits, because he will be very frivolous with the things that he wants.
And lastly, I feel like Libra men can come off extremely vain.
Very.
I feel like, there's a lot of ups to being ruled by Venus, but there are a lot of superficialities with being ruled by a sign like Venus. Venus is about beauty, love, and, self. So I feel like Libra men, they look for a partner that they feel is very attractive.
They eat with their eyes first.
Yeah, they definitely eat with their eyes first. And they don't just like for them to think that their partner is attractive. They honestly like when everyone else thinks that their partner is attractive. So they honestly are the type of people that they might not even particularly have this person as like their type or the person they would go for, but like if everybody sees them as beautiful, they want that.
That gave me kind of Leo tease too.
Yeah, it's definitely borderline Leo vibes, but I feel like Libra men just enjoy beauty. So they honestly come off very vain and superficial when going for a woman. Like, I feel like they think that they can find that all those other qualities that are important in the woman that they find very beautiful. So like, they're not type of people that's like, oh, beauty's only skin deep. They're like, well, why can't she be beautiful and
have all
of that? They feel like that they're going to find that in regardless. They're going to find that in the person regardless if they're attractive. Regardless if they're like extremely attractive, because you know they say, you know, more attractive, they probably don't have personality or whatever, you know, they like to say about you know, people who are considered very attractive. But I feel like Libra men come off extremely vain, but like I said, you have to remember they're ruled by Venus. They really look for people that mirror beauty. That's just their thing.
And also, I mean, it causes them to learn the hard way too. It's always down with that. So you can go and get like the beauty that you crave, and then he or she lacks all the other things that you need. And once he or she lacks all that they'll stick to it, because Libras have a hard time getting out of relationships. They genuinely have a hard time pulling the plug, because once again, they hate any sort of chaos or drama. But when they do, that Libra is gone. They gone.
Listen, y'all think that
they don't pick unattractive partners, really. So, you know, it's kind of like that stinger if you're the partner, because you can't have that, you know, like you want to be like, you messing with them ugly. You don't really get that opportunity as much as you would like, because they go and seek beauty. And Libras typically have a type. Like, they'll kind of stick to that same sort of person, whether it's body type, you know, hair type, like it doesn't matter. Like, they'll kind of stick to the same person, so it'll kind of be like going and get a copycat. You know what I'm saying?
But we're just going to end the video here. Libra men, tell us what you thought about this video. Let us know down in the comment section about yourself personally. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Drop your dates,
and also comment down below if we're right or we're wrong. We like hearing you guys' feedback. However, when you're going to say if something was wrong, please give it in a constructive way, because when we respond to you guys, I promise you it is never from a negative point at first. Ladies, comment down below your experiences with Libra men. You know, let us know down below. Tell us your stories, your connections. I love reading all of that. She loves reading all that. So yeah, guys, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.